Thanks for the advice. Now let's turn it over to my interview with Rodney Natt. Hello, North Mask. I'm here with Iowa Barnstormers, Rodney Natt. Rodney, can I ask you a few questions?
Do I have much of a choice? Of course you can. It's no big deal. Right?
Alrighty. Last year you were made team captain because of your leadership skills. How do you play to be a leader on the field and off the field?
Well, you have to do everything right. Follow the rules, be a good citizen. It all starts off in the classroom. You follow the rules of the classroom. Raise your hand, speak. Speaking when spoken to, say yes ma'am, no ma'am, and if you carry it on from in the classroom to on the field, things just kind of take care of themselves, doing the right thing, being in the right place all the time, and things just kind of happen that way.
Alright. Do you have any pregame rituals?
It's actually kind of a little bit embarrassing, but I have a little bit of a nervousness issue. Whenever I get really, really nervous, I usually have to go to the bathroom a lot. So pre-game, by the time we get to the stadium, to game time, I'll probably go pee 7, 8, 9 times. And I guess you can call that a ritual. I don't know. Sounds more like a misfortune to me, but.
How do you get pumped up before a game?
I listen to music. I also listen to some motivational speeches, some Ray Lewis kind of just talking in my ear. I also talk to my brother and my father before games. Just try to keep positive energy and going. And once you put your shoulder pads on and you step on the field, everything kind of just takes over.
What do you like most about the spring training at William Penn campus?
You get a chance to meet a lot of people, and everybody always wants to come watch us and see what we do, and see how things are going, and it makes it for a fun atmosphere. And then when people watch you practice, those days you kind of get sore and you're like, oh God, I don't feel like really being here. You always got people watching you, so it kind of makes you like, all right, I got to suck this up, and I got to keep going. I got to keep doing my thing. So it makes it a little bit easier to kind of get through the day. But I love doing what I do, so there's not too many days like that.
All right. What level of respect do you have for your teammates and the players on the other team?
Well, for my teammates, I have all the respect in the world because they go through the same stuff I go through on a regular day with practice, having to get up. A lot of guys have jobs on the side too, so having to go to work after practice, it's pretty tough. And for guys on other teams, you have to have a respect on them because they're in the league with us and they're getting paid to play football just like we are. You always go in with a certain level of confidence because you have to believe in your ability and believe in your coaching staff and what you guys prepared all week to do. So when you go in to a rival arena or another team class of plays, you have all the confidence in the world and you expect to win.
Do you enjoy the community during the spring training?
Of course. Oskaloosa is a great place to be. It's it has that extended family feel, and everybody's just really, really nice. Everybody's happy for us to be here. Everybody comes around and sees us and says, hey, how you doing? Like, how's things going? They ask about us. They ask where we're from. They ask personal questions because they actually really care. And when you get fans that really care, not just like here, but in Des Moines, but in anywhere, it makes you want to play that much harder for them because it kind of feels like, if things don't go your way, you're kind of letting them down. So it kind of amps you up just a little bit more.
As a rookie last year, what were you most scared about coming into the league?
Probably the wall. There's kind of an old saying that goes around that says the wall's undefeated, and truth be told, it is. I remember actually the first game we played, we were at Spokane. I was all excited and stuff, jumping around happy. We finally won in overtime, and then I remember getting up to get on the plane the next day, and I was like, oh my God, my ribs, my stomach, like what the heck just happened? And I go to put on my shirt to walk out the door, my whole sides are just black and blue from hitting the wall. So I'm just like, I might have to readjust some of my thinking, during the game, and probably need to go get some padding put on right there. So, but besides that, I don't fear anything because I get prepared for my coaching staff and I practice every day hard and I try to master my craft and do everything I can to be a winner.
Do you like the new uniforms?
I love the new uniforms. It gives a new life and a new breath of air to a classic look. The goggles on our helmet are one of the most recognizable signs in football, or one of the most recognizable decals in football, rather. So to keep that, but just add new life to it, I think will help not only bring more energy and more fans to our games, but help us bring more energy to the field and bring a better product on the field. So you guys, when they come in, they're not coming just to see our new uniform, they're coming to see us win and perform very well.
Are there any problems in your football career that you had to persevere through?
Yes, there's always things in not only in your career and your life that you have to persevere to, but the struggles you go through are what make you the person you are and help build character. So when you go through those trials and tribulations, you appreciate them. So when you have joy and you have success, you appreciate that much more. And also, when you get young guys like yourself who want to learn about the game and possibly want to play football, or doesn't necessarily be football, whatever you want to do in life, you can kind of guide them through it and help them have an easier time than you do, because whenever you go through something like that, you always want to pay it forward. You always want to pass on a lesson that you learned, so when you go through life, it's a little bit easier for the next person.
All right, thank you for your time today. Thanks, Rodney. Now let's turn it over to the wide receiver for the Iowa Barnstormers, Collin Taylor, last interview for the night.
Ready.
Hello, North Mask. I'm here for Iowa Barnstormers wide receiver, Collin Taylor.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you have any pregame rituals?
I do. Yeah, I think everybody kind of has their own thing, does what they need to do to get ready for games. I like to get up early, get a good breakfast in me, and then take a little nap. And then after that, when I wake up, I go through the playbook, go over again what we've been working on all week for this upcoming team. I like to get to the arena early, get a nice meal in when I get there. Obviously get on the field and kind of test it out and see how I feel every day. And stretch out, listen to music that kind of gets me excited, gets me going. And then I always call my best friend, the same guy I've been talking to every day before games since 9th grade. He's been there for every game of mine that I've played the entire time. Like I said, I've called him before every game. As soon as I get off the phone with him, go out and warm up and get it on.
With your second season with the Barnstormers, do you feel like you have an advantage over the rookies?
Yeah, I like to think, that now coming in this year, as opposed to last year when I came, I had to learn the whole new playbook. I had to learn how this coach likes us run routes. I had to get adjusted to these quarterbacks. And now I have a whole season. I have 18 games under my belt here, so everything that we put in new plays-wise, I know from last year. I know how our coach likes us to do things. I know our tempo that we need to have in practice, and I know how to work when we're out here on the field for practice and on games on Friday and Saturday night. So I have an advantage that way. But everybody who comes in is a great player. All the rookies that we have this year are great players. All the veterans we have are great players. So I do have a little advantage being here, but I don't let that get to my head. I still like to focus on what I'm doing and work hard every day.
Is arena football harder than
Football's a tough sport in general. You're getting hit every play. You're hurting, like Rodney said. The next 3 days after a game, you're really feeling it. You got bumps and bruises all over the place. So it's a hard sport in general. Bouncing off the walls is tough, which you realize pretty quickly when you get into the league that the walls are the best tackler on the field. So that makes it tough. It's also tough because you're playing on a shorter field, obviously skinnier and shorter in distance. I wouldn't say it's tougher than the outdoor game, but overall it's a tough sport.
All right. What do you think about the new uniforms?
I love them. I think speaking to all our fans and all our players, I think we're all really excited to put them on showcase here March 23rd in Chicago, and then our home games coming up a couple weeks after that. The black helmet is great. I think it adds kind of a contemporary look to our old school goggles and helmet and all that. And the black pants is something that we've been asking about all last year, and we got those, and we think we look slick in them. And if you look good, you play good. That's kind of what we think. So I definitely think we look good.
Do you enjoy spring training in Austin?
Love spring training in Austin. Yeah, we've had a great time. They give us this incredible facility here at William Penn University, and they've got everything we need from lunchrooms to training rooms to the field and all that. The locker room's incredible. And then besides that, the people of the community have been incredible. We go out and we have dinner with a new group of people and get to meet a whole 100-some people every night we're here. And so we do that for 14 days. It's been great. It was incredible last year. And then we start seeing some familiar faces coming back again this year. And I've had an awesome time so far, and I'm just looking forward to doing it for the rest of the camp.
Right. What is one of the responsibilities as the wide receiver to the team?
I'll catch all the touchdown passes. You know, we like to do that. But no, besides that, you know, you got to be able to block. You got to know what the defense has going on. You got to have a good relationship with the quarterback. And I really think you're one of the leaders on the field when you're out there, because when a big play is needed, they're going to look to you at being the receiver, because it is an offensive league. It's a passing league. You see some of these guys with crazy receiving statistics. You know, and we also have to be one of the hardest workers on the field, because we're running all the time. We're pretty tired after practice, after games and all that, so we have to be in great condition. You know, but when it comes down to it, you have to be the playmaker. You have to be the guy who, in the fourth quarter, on fourth down, who wants the football. You know, and some people aren't meant for that. But the guys that you'll see playing here on Friday and Saturday nights for us are definitely the ones who are ready to make plays and can make the plays.
What do you enjoy the most about arena football?
I love the fans in arena football, and I think a lot of people are going to tell you that, especially here in Iowa. Playing in front of these Iowa fans, I mean, they're incredible. They're loud. They have their cowbells and their goggles on their head and everything like that. It's great to be so close to the fans, because you're down there on the field. When you're outdoors, you know, they're sometimes 20, 30 yards away. When you're indoors, they're as close as you and I. You know, you can have some conversations with them on the field if you wanted to. And, you know, you build good relationships with your fans. And like I said, the fans here in Iowa are great. They make a lot of noise when we're on defense, and they're quiet when we're on offense, and that's all you can ask for. Like I said, you get some really good relationships with them being here at the indoor game, and they've been awesome.
What is your favorite sport other than football?
I grew up kind of trying them all. I played basketball, I swam, I played tennis, baseball, all that kind of stuff. I still love when summertime comes around, you can get out on the tennis court and hit the ball around a little bit out there. Love playing basketball because you can do that all year round. I don't know if I have a favorite. Obviously, favorite to play and to watch and do all that is football, but outside that, I mean, I want to say tennis or basketball. One of those two are probably my favorites.
What do you think of the fans in Iowa?
Oh, like I said, I think they're incredible. They've been great. We get to know a lot of them, and you know, returning from last year, I have a lot of really loyal fans, and there are some guys who come to the game that you see all the time. That you know their family, and you know them, and they're all great people. And Iowa always tends to bring in more fans. You're not going to be able to meet 13,000, 14,000 people who are there at the arena, but even the people who are high up there in the nosebleed section still have a great view of the field. They're going to be just as loud as the people on the sideline. So I think they're incredible.
How important is trustworthiness with other players on and off the field?
It's huge. You know, it's huge. You have to know that if you're going to war with somebody, if you're going to battle with somebody, that guy is going to give 100% just like you are. And if you're worried and you're concerned about maybe somebody not going as hard as you are, or maybe only going to give 50 or 60%, then that's tough. It's really tough to bond with that teammate and be able to play your hardest for him if he's not willing to do that for you. So trust is huge on the field and off the field, you know, because we're together all the time. We're together 8 hours a day. You know, you're used to seeing guys, you're letting guys, you know, share your car or do whatever they need to do, and you got to be able to trust them. And even in the first 4 days we've been here, we've really we're starting to get some good camaraderie between the team, and I'm starting to trust a lot of these guys, and especially receiver quarterback. You got to be able to trust that he's not going to throw you into a safety who's going to knock your head off, and he's got to be able to trust that you're going to come down with the catch when he throws it to you. So it's huge. It's one of the biggest, definitely one of the biggest factors in this game.
All right, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thanks, Collin. That was a great interview. Warhawks, have a great week. This is Griffin Mullenberg signing out for the Warhawks Sports Special. See you next time.